It's payday! What's up, guys? Ron here, just rocking out here to some EDM. It's Friday, it's payday. Today was an awesome day. Taking a look at what's going on right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets. The VIX breaking out after it opened, pretty much been rallying all morning, very slowly, but it's been going up. So as you can see here, the tick opened above 1,000. It's been coming down. The VIX has been going up. The ad opened in our red zone. And what do we look at when we're looking at the ad in our red zone? Is puts. And that's exactly what we did today. I only had a small list today, and that was Ulta and WDAY. Great trades. Let's go ahead and take a look at our watch list. So I don't know what you were trading today, but this is what I was looking at. So let's go ahead and bring our watch list down here because we have some Trump money coming in. Trump put out a tweet. Apparently people didn't like what was said, and now the markets are coming down. So whether it was because of that or not, I don't care. I'm going to call it Trump money because it's payday Friday. We're getting paid. Now, looking at watch list for today. This is the watch list I put out this morning. Myself over here, we have WDAY. I was looking for a break of 188 to the high side, a break of 187 to the downside, targeting these levels here, 189 followed by 189.74, which was the pivot. And then if it was going to continue for the day, I was looking for 196.65. But then, looking at this action in the pre-market, I actually was not expecting it to break that top pivot. So let's go ahead and take a look at it over here on the chart. Let's go ahead and take a look at WDAY. So it was the first one I looked at. So when I started looking at it this morning, obviously it had earnings yesterday. It was opening pretty flat. As you can see here, pre-market, it closed here. It was just bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. And this is one of the reasons why I like to play these earnings, after earnings announcements, because after their earnings, they're probably going to have significant volume. As you can see here, we have 224% volume for the day. That is amazing. I mean, that's a lot of volume. That means there's a lot of people playing ball here. So it's a lot of opportunity there. Now, I went ahead and boxed it in. Obviously, as you can see here, come right before the market opened, though, it started to go a little haywire, started to move irrationally, a little bit crazy, right? So when it opened down here at 184. Which is pretty much below my level one, low one target, right? Already heading to low two, which would have been this pivot. So when I saw it do that and then it instantly rallied, I was like, okay. I personally was not expecting it to just have come down all the way to 184 and then go and hit my target at 196. So I was expecting it more to bounce off of these levels here. So as it started to go up and hitting this 200 EMA and 50 EMA on the 5-minute, for example, I shorted the 180 puts. And I normally don't like doing out of the monies, but the risk to reward on this scenario, I say, you know what, it's worth it. So 50 cents per contract. And once this thing comes back, I'm going to make a significant chunk. So I bought them for 50 cents, sold them for $3.80. So you do the math. And do the math for your account size depending on how many you could have bought, for example. So here we go. The thing starts to rally. It hits high one, high two, boom, boom, and then it reverses from there. Obviously, it's meeting significant resistance, and then it comes right back down and it starts hitting all of our levels. So depending on how many contracts you got, you could have started taking profits all the way down. So 184.51, 182.42. Followed by our target of 176.14, which it obviously blew past it. But as you can see here, it paused here for quite a bit, and now it's just about breaking down below it, and now it's kind of like back to that area again. So it's a significant point. I picked that point for a reason, and there it is. So WDAY was the one. So as you can see here are the notes I added. Obviously, I picked it because of earnings. I was expecting an $8 to $10 move on this one today. And on this one, from the open, we have 183 to 174, $10 roughly. And then the overall move from 190 all the way down to 174. So that's a significant move there, a little bit more than I was expecting. But the $8 to $10 definitely came in. So that's a solid move there. No complaints from me. because it was a payday. Okay, and did exactly the same thing Okta did yesterday. OKTA, as you can see here, I put it on the notes. Pay attention to the volume. If it fails to break key levels and or pivots at open, maybe a good entry to the other side, i.e. what I did here. So when it bounced up, it looked like a good entry to the other side. With a tight stop if it fails. So if it fails, for example, if you enter here on the puts and it fails to actually break down on the next couple candles, then you know, oh, this failed. But at least you got in high. You paid a little bit, and your stop is going to be right above this pivot if it starts to rally. So that's the reason why I entered at that point, because I said, okay, well, my stop is going to be pretty tight. It's only going to be a couple of cents, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. And that's it. So 189 is such a level. So for example, I said 189 was already one of my key levels here, H1. So 189 is such a level as the 200 MA and EMA are there on the 1 minute chart, followed by the 189.74 pivot. Similar to Okta yesterday, like I said. So you have to be considerate of that. And then you look at the notes I've said, you don't want to take the calls right away expecting to hit those targets. So, and then making money. If you actually review, let's go ahead and review some Okta calls and see how they behaved at the open. So, I mean, some WDAY calls. So let's say we would have looked at the 180. Let's say we would have looked at the 180 calls, for example. Let's go ahead and send these to the charts and make this one yellow. And let's see if there would have been any value at all at taking calls this morning. So looking at the calls this morning, as you can see here, it opened. They did not increase at all. And this is what I was trying to say by that note. You know, a 5-minute move is not going to be enough time for this thing to gain enough value. So as you can see here, Friday, look at this thing. It gained no value on the open. So 9:30, these things were $8.71. They went up about 80 cents, if that. And then boom, right after that, they started to come down. Okay. So there was no significant time, even though it rallied, what is that? Almost $10. These things did not gain any value whatsoever in the morning. So again, 9:30. See here? No significant increase in the value of the contracts themselves. So that was something to pay attention to. That's why I added it to the notes. I was not expecting this. So unless it would have broke this level, then these things would have started to skyrocket, but that would have been the confirmation. And being that it didn't open in this area, that's the reason why, I decided to go with the puts, but it's a little complicated. But there you go. That's pretty much it. So obviously, if the calls are losing value right away, the puts are increasing in value, and that's exactly what happened. So let's go ahead and send the 180 put over to the chart. So let's go ahead and send that over to yellow. Let's see what that looked like. Boom. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So these things opened at around 92 cents. Came down to a low of 17 cents on that rally. So these were definitely changing in value pretty rapidly. 17 cents. And then on the way back up, I picked them up, let's say, right around this candle here, 50 cents. Right around here, between these two candles here. As you can see here, nice little breakout. Actually, I probably picked it up. Did I pick it up? What time was my fill? Filled orders. 8:31. So I picked that up on the way up. At 8:31. I got filled on those 50 cents. And then boom, this thing started to spike, and here we go. 550 was the peak. I got out at 380. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? So I got out at a good time. I'm not gonna complain. As you can see here, it peaked at around 402, then it reversed, and now it went to a high of 550. So not a bad day at all. Trading WDAY hit the target. Our next item on the watch list today happened to be Ulta. Obviously, it was another earnings pick, and these were the only two I was looking at today. It was just one of those days that you know what? I don't want to make a big list. Keep myself too distracted. Let me just keep an eye on a few good ones. And Ulta was one of those. Unfortunately, I did not take a trade on Ulta. It did hit some of my targets, but Ulta took a little long to break my box, and I just did not trade it. Taking a look at Ulta here, it just took 5, 10, 15, about 17, 18 minutes before it actually broke my entry. I was looking for a break of 248. For it to hit 240.50 initially, which it did, and honestly, I would have been done right there. As you can see, it definitely hit the target. The next level was going to be 224, but because of the momentum today, it's probably not going to hit it today. I was expecting a $12 to $20 move, which we got. I was really expecting a little bit more, at least $20, so that's why I put 224. But with all this volume, I mean, look at this volume. 1100% above normal. I mean, that is insane. But it has been just trickling very slowly downwards. Very slowly, very slowly. It's just not looking to make crazy moves today. It is what it is. But check it out, you know. I mean, this thing definitely hit the target. A good choice, obviously. And it is, you know, Trump money's coming in. I don't know if you guys are paying attention right now. As I'm recording this video, the markets are coming down massively. The VIX just broke out of its mid pivot over here, 1823. The ad is coming down hard. The NASDAQ, the Dow, the E-minis, you know, faked out the breakout over here out of this range, and it's coming right back down. And then now the tick is starting to trend below zero, and now pounding away at minus 501,000. So that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what you were trading today, but today is Friday pay day. So if you have not taken advantage and you do want to get access to this daily watch list, go ahead and click the links below. Take the box-in course, get access to the room, and start showing your profits like we are showing in the room today. Thousands of dollars on a regular basis, guys. So come on, go ahead and check it out. Click the links below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.